The guy in the picture is Dana Jeppson of Chapel, Nebraska. I know him personally. He served 9 months for child abuse. Well, he was sentenced to 9 months anyway. How much of that did he actually serve? 9 months for child abuse. Apparently, he sent a couple of text messages that were inappropriate. So, yeah, you can go to prison for text messaging. Moral of the story, probably not a good idea to be typing to people who are underage about your balls flapping on their butthole. Probably not the smartest thing an educator can do, is it? Where do I know Dana Jeppson from? I used to work for him and his dad. Primarily his dad. He's probably the best cement finisher in the Jeppson family. He's good at doing drywall. Good at mudding it and sanding it and all that other stuff. He's a hell of a builder. But is that what people are going to remember about him? No, not anymore. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. And that's how easy it is to destroy somebody's life. Now, whether he destroyed his own or somebody else chose to do so, I wasn't there in court. I don't know how much of a fair trial he got. What I do know is he got closer to a fair trial than I ever did. He was actually allowed to go to his court dates. He had family that supported him through it. Something that I haven't had. Getting taken advantage of like this is fucking bullshit. On the bright side, unlike all these other pieces of shit, I've never been charged with child abuse. You know why? Because I don't fucking abuse children. Now, you adults, you go fucking around with children, it's a different goddamn story. As soon as you start fucking around with kids, you fall under my domain. I don't like you people. Do I like Dana Jeppson? Yeah, I do. Do I think Dana Jeppson would molest or rape a child? No, I don't. But we've all been wrong before, haven't we? His brother, Rory Jeppson, was going to help me turn in Scott DaCosta. But he died on October 27th of 2019. On the bright side, for his funeral, the Jeppson family, the whole family, just like any other family in Chapel, Nebraska, they're tied in closely with everybody else. Dana Jeppson's brother, Rory, the one who died, his son, Sean Jeppson, had a lot to do with the situation in Chapel. His grandson is the one that took me to the funeral. He drove me from Chapel out to where the funeral was being held. And Jackie McKenzie was there. She's friends with Jamie Curtis. You could hear a lot about them. There's quite a few people that talk about them on my channel. This is a careful reminder to you about small towns. In small towns, you got a 70% increase of incest. Rural versus urban areas. Now, as far as trying to pretend that somebody is a sexual predator, why is it that they've never charged me with such a thing? Why have I never been charged with child abuse? Why have I never, ever been charged with rape or molestation? Why? Because I don't do that shit. I think sex is disgusting. Those of you who want to take part in such activities, that's all on you. I'm not telling you that it's wrong for you to have sex. I'm not telling you that it's wrong for you to want to bust a nut. What I'm saying is it ain't for me. I don't need another person for that. When it comes to being an asshole, I certainly am, and I'm proud of it. Somebody's got to stand up to these predators, and the American people are obviously too cowardly to do so. And of course, as long as it's a male victim, you guys don't give two shits anyway, do you? How much time would Dana Jeppson have gotten if he'd have texted those things to women instead of men? Sorry, girls instead of boys. He'd have served a lot more than 9 months, that's for certain. He got more time locked up for sending a mean text message than, and mind you, this is to somebody who's almost an adult, but almost isn't good enough, is it? You're right. See, unlike you sick, perverted pieces of shit who want to pretend that because Natalie and I were friends that it meant that I was some sicko pervert who couldn't take no for an answer. You're out of your fucking mind. I do take no for an answer. I just don't take abuse for a fucking answer. Now, when it comes to educators, if I had children, would I trust Dana Jeppson to educate them? Yes, I would. My firm belief is that he spent too much time on a construction site talking shit. His sister, Cammie, was one of my predators. There were multiple people there who saw the situation. So what she was doing, heard what she was doing, but they didn't care. Obviously, it was me running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to make everybody goddamn happy because I don't have a family that gives a shit. If I help out these fucking idiots, maybe they'll help me out. Maybe if I tell the truth about these idiots, maybe they'll tell the truth about me. Oh shit, there ain't a lot of nice things to say about many of these people. I gotta try to invent good things about them. Like, no, that's not good. That's not right. That's not okay. You shouldn't have to try to trust people like that. That shouldn't be what a person is kicked until they're stuck with. And I don't... Oh, there they are. Had to find my keys. I didn't make Dana Jeppson do the things that he did or didn't do. I didn't make Brenda, who served 8 months, was sentenced to 8 months. I don't know how much time she actually served. When she was actually having sex with an underage boy, a 14-year-old. He's an adult now. Got his own kids. Got married to a girl he thought was the prettiest thing in the world. Well, good for him. It would have been nice if there was more to those people than looks, but there's not. We gotta try to pretend like Donnie must have wanted it, huh? Isn't that what we teach boys? It's their fault no matter what. Well, Donnie didn't make that perverted lady do the things that she did. And although he did take part in the act, he was 14 years old. What the fuck? She was also an educator. She was hired by Jerry Sparks. She was a close personal friend of Jerry Sparks. How gross is that? She was also an educator with Jerry Sparks because Jerry Sparks hired her. I wonder who hired Dana. Now, a lot of predators do get positions as educators. Just like many predators seek out positions as law enforcement officers. Because it's easy to bully people and have a control issue, and you automatically win. Isn't that friendly? Isn't that nice? Now, Dana Jeppson and his history, you know, he should have spoken up a lot earlier. He's never going to speak up for me or my situation or the situation with his family members in Clearview Behavioral Health. On the bright side, I got very little choice but to be patient. And yes, that is a bright side, I suppose. As long as I try to see it that way. I've exposed a lot of pieces of shit. A lot of them. Many of whom used to be my friends. Why aren't we friends now? Well, that comes down to a severe lack of loyalty and a severe lack of honor. I believe in loyalty above all else except honor. So if I'm not loyal to you, you should ask yourself why. And many of these people who claim that they would help me, claim that they cared, but never came forward, turned out later on they had plenty of skeletons to fucking hide. Dana Jeppson had plenty of excuses to hide, and, you know, his excuses are not invalid afterwards. During the situation, it's like, man, that's a fucked up thing to say or do. But after the situation, it's like, you didn't want to get in trouble for text messaging children that you wanted your balls to flap against their butt. Dana, what the hell were you thinking? A lot of people give me that treatment, don't they? What were you thinking, Sean? Well, I was thinking, without any friends or family who gave a shit, I had to do desperate things to try to get help. That's what I was thinking. Why, what were you thinking? Unlike you idiots, I pay attention to the world that I live in. Somebody's got to. Somebody's got to pay attention to their surroundings while you... I don't know what the fuck is going on in your heads. It don't make any sense to me. It don't make any sense to harm innocent people. Many of y'all think of yourselves as innocent because you look the other way. No, that doesn't make you innocent. That makes you shit. That makes you the reason that we live in such a fucked up world. It's your cowardice. Your cowardice. Your willingness to look the other way as long as it's not happening to you. As long as it's someone else, it's fine. Well, it's not fine. Although Dana Jeppson is not one of my predators, his sister sure is. Her name is Cammie Jeppson. And you goddamn right I speak up. Somebody's got to. Even if it's only me. Layton Public Schools. It's over by Scotts Bluff. He used to be a teacher in Gurley, too, which is a town in Nebraska. Yeah. Wet tobacco. Ugh. Oh, that's nasty. Anyway, I believe in doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. If your mama's a fucked up bitch, and I tell on your mama, throwing it in my face that you gave me a ride to a funeral doesn't change the fact that your mama done what she done. On the bright side, I'm an asshole. I've already been locked up for crimes that were not committed, and I've been forced to commit crimes, so fuck it. I guess that makes me a badass. While many of y'all are busy just looking for somebody to take your hate out on, take your rage out on. I'm interested in stopping this bullshit. I'm interested in actually doing something about the predators. And although I personally don't believe that Dana Jeppson would molest a child, I think it's something worth looking into. See, I don't just pretend that because somebody's my friend that they could do no wrong. For many of them, I know their nature. Too many years around them. Also, nearly all of you showed your sexism. I don't have the right genitalia to be heard. My guilt must be assumed. I must be guilty because penis. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. Oh yeah, and don't go fucking little kids.